Alcohol and your masculinity. Alcohol and your testosterone. Let's get into it. So, a lot of individuals have been asking me, what do you think about alcohol and your testosterone levels? What are my experiences in regards to alcohol? So I'm going to use a bunch of studies. I'm going to use the Bible. I'm going to go over the alcohol to use if you do consider it. And I'm going to go over my experience with drinking alcohol. So let's get into it. Let's get into my story first. So as you can see here, I'm around 17 years old. So in Ireland, I'm from Ireland. I live in Ireland, but I'm from Poland. The culture is alcohol is a thing. When you're 16, 17, you start drinking alcohol. So here's an underage disco. So in these underage discos, individuals like myself would drink before the club. So me being smart, and I used to work, so I started working since the age of 15. So here 17, finish work. I used to cycles 2 hours to work, 1 hour up, 1 hour back, finish the shift, and I used to do intermittent fasting as well. So me being smart, after work, I didn't even eat anything. I get a big bottle of whatever it was, whiskey, and I drank it feeling all good, Then once I'm in the club, because it's super dangerous doing that, because you have to drink a lot so it sustains you for the entire few hours that you're in there. So everyone would just drink as much as they can. So I made the mistake, and there you see, that's a picture. Then I have videos of the bodyguards carrying me, and I'm like a floppy fish, and then me in the ambulance. And the funny thing, when I was in the ambulance, I do not remember anything. My friend was there, and the ambulance lady was trying to keep me conscious, and she said, "Oh, what do you want to be when you grow up?" And me, because I programmed it in my consciousness, subconscious, I was like, I want to be a businessman, entrepreneur, whatever. So it's interesting how the journey that I'm on, it's leading it to me, because I always wanted to do this. But anyway, ended up in the hospital, so on and so forth. So here's a byproduct. Drinking ain't fun. And I've had few instances. So when you see me, I'm 22, and you see me talking about that I don't drink, it's not because I just read a bunch of studies, I read the Bible, and I'm this righteous guy that's talking based on the things that he has read. But I'm talking based on my experiences, seeing the byproduct of alcoholism. If you don't know, Poland and overall the Polish culture, a lot of individuals are alcoholics, right? So you can fall into it really easily. So I seen the product of this. But let's get into studies, right? So it's a depressant. It slows down various bodily functions, which in turn triggers the feeling of drunkenness, right? If you're an alcoholic and drinking yourself to the point of passing out on several days of the week, then you can be damn sure that your testosterone production will be messed up. Alcohol consumption causes oxidative damage in the testicle latex cells, in the cells which testosterone is produced, and various other bodily tissues, which leads to local reduction of testosterone inside the ball sac, and also to the destruction of some testosterone molecules already in circulation due to the effects of stress hormones like cortisol. Here's two studies. I'm going to leave a link down below for this document. You can access it. One study in particular is rather alarming, since it showed a 50% reduction in testicle size in rats who were fed a diet with 5% of calories coming from ethanol, which is alcohol. Then a low dose of 0.5 grams per kilogram of alcohol has actually been shown to slightly increase testosterone levels. So I'm not being biased here. I'm showing you studies which actually showed that it can potentially boost testosterone. But then you have another study, moderate dosed, equivalent to 1.5 glasses of red wine, only lowered testosterone levels by 7%, still lowers testosterone levels. Even more surprisingly is that in this study, 1 gram per kilogram of alcohol, that's about half a glass of vodka for most men, taken post-workout, was able to increase testosterone levels by 100%. I've actually tried this before, and I don't recommend anyone tries this, but you do feel very confident. I don't know why it is. It's a fun thing to do with the lads. When you, let's say you're on holidays in Spain and you're training, have a shot of, I used tequila, and it was cool, you know, but you don't have to do that. Take that study with a grain of salt though, since another one found out that if you work out drunk or in a hungover, the testosterone lowering effects of alcohol will significantly increase in duration. Okay? Then let's use the Bible. So in 1 Peter 5:8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking who he may devour. So you're probably noticed this, when you drink alcohol, you become more lustful. You fall into, you know, these feelings. It's like something else takes over. Alcohol from Latin or something, or Hebrew, body eating spirit. You're opening yourself. So you have to be super careful. You know, why do you think all these, you know, music videos, all these things, they promote alcohol so much, even though it's very clear that it messes with your hormonal levels? Proverbs 23:21, for the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags. I'm personally very driven, motivated. I'm action taker. I like things going on. I'm super like, I never liked drinking alcohol, smoking weed, because it's not who I am. These things make you lazy, slow motion, kind of escapism. And it's very clear, you know. Let's say if you do, because another thing, like things like beer, for instance, hops, for every 100 grams of hops, there's 30,000 IUs of estrogen. If you just Google it, you'll find the study. You're well capable of that. And yeah, so stay away from beer. If you do consider drinking 1 to 3 drinks, you're not going to get drunk. You're just going to get, maybe with a meal, whatever it is. I personally stay away from it completely. I'm very all or nothing kind of individual. I can't just beat around the bush. I'm either a full-on yes or a full-on no. I'm not it's like same how in Revelations, the last book of the Bible, God talks about lukewarm Christians. You're not cold, you're not warm, I'm going to spit you out. So pick a side. Because think about it, there's individuals out there who know about God, they believe in him, he knows he exists, yet they reject him. But then there's atheists out there who would, if they knew what they knew, they would be full on like preaching the gospel. So God actually hates people who are lukewarm. He rather for you to be full on in or full out. But if you do, things like organic wine, blue agave tequila, kvass, tequila, potato vodka, cider, rum, pineapple vodka, organic wine. So yeah, that's my take on alcohol. If you do like this video, give it a like, subscribe. Let me know what other videos you want me to do. And yeah, stay away from alcohol. Peace.